Now, what was I going to say? Let me think. Peter Jew's my name, and one of the questions I get asked all the time is, what do you do when your mind goes blank? What do you do when you forget what you're going to say? Unlike what you just saw then, don't announce that you've forgotten what you're going to say. Don't say, what was I going to say next? I've just had a brain drain. In my case, I've just had a senior's moment. Don't say that. That's the first thing with what do you do when you lose your track or your mind goes blank. First thing, don't mention it. Because the reality is people don't know that you've lost your place, that you've lost your train of thought, unless you announce to them that you've lost your train of thought. The second tip, just to help you be more courageous around this, is you don't know what I'm going to say next. You have no idea of what I'm planning to say next. And nor do I know what I'm going to say next. And if I don't announce to you that I don't know what's coming next, and I remain calm and look confident and smile, and the fact that I don't know what I'm going to say next is not revealed to you. And what you'll find is you'll use that time to recover. So the second trick is understanding and accepting that they're not going to know if you change track. You move on to the next story because you've forgotten what you're going to say. The audience doesn't know. The third tip for what to do when your mind goes blank, when you lose track, is to pause and breathe. You can pause and breathe for quite a long time. That silence seems like a long time to you, but the audience only sees a short pause. So while you think you're drowning in a monumental abyss of silence, in actual fact you're not. And during that pause, generally you will recover. It may not be exactly what you wanted to say, but something will come in and you'll be able to move on. So that's the third tip for when you lose track. The fourth tip is feel free to have a cheat sheet, a mind map, some bullet points that enable you to recover, or just remind yourself what's the next story or the next point in your presentation. And then as you look at that, you might realize you've neglected to do something previously, and you can weave that in without people knowing that you've lost your way. And it is okay just to look at your cheat sheet. Pause, breathe, look at your cheat sheet. If you feel a little bit embarrassed about that and you want to look more confident and more in control, ask your audience to do something while you're looking at your cheat sheet. So turn to the person next to you, have a quick discussion about what do you think is the biggest issue. I'll give you 60 seconds. Grab my cheat sheet and move on. So the fourth tip around what to do when your mind goes blank is stop and have a drink of water. When you're speaking, it's always good to keep your voice and your vocal apparatus lubricated anyhow. So sipping water is a good thing to do. And you should always have a glass of water up the front with you. Sometimes you might get a quiver in your voice. But what this also does, it enables you to pause and stop legitimately while you regain and reclaim your thoughts, while you work out what you're going to say next. And it could be that what you wanted to say does not come. Move on. move on to your next point. So, when you do lose your mind, not your mind, when you lose your place or you have a brain drain, stay calm. The audience doesn't know what's coming next. Do not announce it. Get the audience to do something. Grab a drink of water, check your cheat sheet, your mind map, and you will 99.9% of the time you will recover. And if you don't recover, it's not the end of the world. So trust yourself. Then next time you lose your place in your presentation or your mind goes blank, and don't let anybody know, and you'll be fine. This is Peter Dew, signing out for now.